You are all welcome to my channel. This is Absolute GH. Today I'm going to show you how to make acne soup. And my star ingredients here are neem powder and then activated charcoal. So let's all stay tuned and watch to the end as I show you how I prepare this wonderful soup. And all my contacts and everything will be on the screen, so please watch to the end. Now let's go over the ingredient that I use for the product. I use shea butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, castor oil, sodium lactate, activated charcoal, as I said. This is neem powder. This is perfume. I mix some tea tree essential oil with perfume, with banana perfume, and also I've already mixed my lye solution. I always do my lye solutions in gallons so that anytime I need some, I just pour the quantity that I will be needing for my products or for my production. And I also have my stick blender that will enable me to blend and then get a smooth texture. Before you start, you have to sanitize all your all your equipment. So I've already done that and even sanitize the table that I'm going to use, including the bowl and everything before you start preparation. Please share and subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload a new video. For the butters, I'm going to use double boiler method to melt my butters before I go ahead and add my coconut oil to it. So this is the percentage use of my oils and butters. 25% of shea butter, 20% coconut butter, 20% cocoa butter, 5% castor oil, and then 50% coconut oil. So these are the percentages of my oils and butters. If you want to speed up the melting of the butters, you can either stir or leave it on fire. It will melt. Because I added my neem powder to it, I don't want a scrub soup, so I want to just infuse the neem powder into the butters and then double boil it so that it can infuse very well. Sieve before I use it to make the preparation. So as you can see, I've finished. You can contact me on Facebook, Absolute GH, Instagram, Absolute GH channel, Facebook, Absolute GH channel, and then TikTok. So I'll just have to save it to get rid of the uh, chunks from the oil before I use it to make the preparation. So after sieving it, I just went ahead to add my coconut oil to it and make sure that they mix well and also cool down the oil small, because normally when you heat butters, it becomes more high heated. So I went ahead to add my castor oil to it and then mix them together. So the next ingredient I added was my activated charcoal. Please use activated charcoal and not ordinary charcoal, because activated charcoal has a lot of health benefit for the skin. It has a whole lot of health benefit for the skin. And also I added my charcoal to the oil and mixed, because I don't want it, because the powder is very fine and you don't want to split it around when you add the caustic soda. So I checked for my oil and then my lye solution, and it was almost the same, so I just went ahead to add it. This time I added the sodium lactate to the oil and then mixed. The sodium lactate will help in the hardening of the product or of the soap, and it also has its own health benefit that it has to the soap. I went ahead to add perfume mixed with tea tree essential oil. I used banana perfume for it. Then I hand blended it a little before I went ahead to add my caustic soda. So this is the caustic soda that I'm adding, or the lye solution. How to make lye solution? 1 cup of caustic soda is to 4 cups of water, or 1 bowl of caustic soda is to 4 bowls of water. So make sure you don't miss this thing. And also, if you want to learn soap, yeah, I think you have to get the apparatus. You have to get your skill, your hydrometer, your stick blenders, you know, soap items. When you buy it once, that's it. You don't have to buy again. So try and get all those ingredients to enable you to prepare your products in a more simple and comfortable way. So because I used castor oil, castor oil traces soap very fast, and then the butters and the rest. So I had to hand blend it just a little and then use a spatula for the rest, so that I don't get false tracing. I just added my honey to it because I want this honey feel, and we all know what honey does to the skin. This soap, I'm using it personally. So I wanted all the good things for my body. So I added a little honey to it. And mind you, honey, you don't have to use more. If you're using honey too, try and mix it with a little water and stir before you add it. And you can only add it when the soap is maybe medium tracing or light tracing. Then you can add your honey to it, because it will end up hitting the soap if you add it earlier than trace. You just pour it into your mold and that's it. You have to wait till the next day before you unmold it, or at least some 8 hours is okay. Then you unmold it. Soap making is not difficult, but it needs some technicalities. And when you are able to get through it, you are good to go. That's why sometimes some people try to find bits and pieces from here and there, combine, and they think they are professionals. No. And every soap has its own way of behaving. I hope from the initial stage you saw some holes in the soap. I did not create it in the soap. The soap created those holes by itself. The causes of it might be one, the honey that I did, because after molding it, pouring it into the mold, I checked the temperature and it was 108, which means it was a little bit high. So I was expecting some crack on top, but it ended up in the middle of the soup. So every soap has its own way of behaving. So don't get worried. You have to perfect it before you start making it for sale. And also you have to learn the tricks and techniques of it very well. Some people want to just use few minutes to learn soap. No, you have to take time to master the craft. I give training for soap, And my train, most people ask, how long does it take? My training lasts for as long as you are okay with it. I don't have a timeline for my trainings. That's me, because I know what soap can do. It can be very deceptive. You think you are okay, the next minute you are. I do normally get this particular question. Why should I cure my soap for 4 to 6 weeks? If First of all, if you want a soap that you will use immediately after producing, that means you have to do hot processed soap. But for the cold processed soap, it takes time for it to cure. That is, for the caustic soda to evaporate from the soap so that you get the actual soap. Otherwise, if you try to rush and use a soap that is not cured enough for your skin, you will get a lot of reactions.